Good.
Okay. So watching the lesson, I thought the warm-up of splitting them up, I thought was really helpful. Especially like such a young age, I feel like it's difficult for them to figure out what to do just by listening to you. That way they were able to go over and then you went over and helped them and like made sure they were doing the right thing. So I thought that was awesome to make sure that every kid was on board. So I thought that was a great way to differentiate the lesson. And every 3-year-old loves to run around. So they were pretty much able to do what they needed to do while you could help the others. So I thought that was great. And I think it'll also help when you do like whole group to make sure when they stop and do stretches that they all are on board and all know what they're doing. So I thought that was a great change up of the warm up. The body part activity I thought was great and age appropriate. I don't know if they ever learn that in their actual classrooms, but if they do that, it's a great way to integrate with the classrooms and with the teachers because you're teaching body parts that they should be learning at some point. And it was really great to see that they have an idea of your routines in place that as soon as that music started, they knew to get back up and continue again. So I thought that was a very good, well, they know you and they know the structures of their class. I thought it was great for them to learn. And it was also really helpful because the kids who didn't know what body part or where they're supposed to go could just watch one of their friends. So I feel like that's the nice part of PE is that if they don't understand what you're saying, they can still watch someone else do it. And then they get it and they got into it. So I thought that was an activity was a really good job. And then yoga again was to integrate the computer and integrate your little projector thing into it because I think that just hooks them right away. And they were so into it. So I thought that was a really cool thing. And then I noticed you pulling students, whether it was talking to them about not doing the right thing, I think were some of the kids. And then it looked like the other ones you were teaching them. So I thought that was really helpful to kind of pull them from the big group, teach them what they needed to learn, and then send them back with the big group so that they all make sure they're all doing the right thing at the. So I thought the lesson was a great job.
Thanks. Yeah, so as part of our Das Loop professional development this term, we are doing checking for understanding. So okay. I incorporated that into the lesson, which is why during the warm-up, I wanted to split them up so it'd be easier for me to do that. So that's why I was with like the railing group.
Yeah.
And then I was asking them like, what body part are we stretching as we're doing this exercise?
Yeah.
The kids that said it right away,
yeah,
I just like mark them off like they got it. So then I can kind of focus on like the other kids. And then the second activity, I kind of did the same thing, like kids that were having trouble, touching the right body part quickly. I kept them on my list, on the radar, and then, so that's what I was doing at the end during yoga is checking in and showing them. I had this picture of just like a guy. I was like, point to Fred's hands, point to Fred's head, blah, blah, blah. So I was just doing that really quickly. It was like my third check. So we do that. As far as like the standard 2 that we were supposed to be working on as part of the rubric, like differentiating, I think the stations, I didn't do particularly stations that time, but just splitting the warm up, I think was what you said. Kind of differentiates it for them. I think one part I could work on is just consistently meeting accommodations for like kids with learning differences. Because I know we have a few and they have one-on-ones, but I never get a chance to really check in with the one-on-ones. Yeah. And I feel like that could be a really good resource if I have an opportunity to like talk to them and be like, because in the video I saw one of the kids knows his body parts, but he like wasn't necessarily like touching it to the spot. He was like just touching his ear or something, So just talking to her and be like, do you notice that Wendell, is able to do this? Yeah. You're right. As far as like multiple perspectives and different cultures and stuff, I try to incorporate different music from different cultures and genres and stuff like that. Yoga, before we did yoga, I showed a little video on like where yoga comes from. I don't know if you could see that or not. and just so they knew like what country it comes from.
Yeah,
and
that's really
I mean, because we do yoga, we don't really talk about that kind of stuff.
No, not at all.
And then, yeah, I think like as they get older, the dance competition is a great way to expose another culture.
Oh, absolutely.
And then like the ELL learners, I think PE is a pretty easy way to incorporate kids that, you know, are learning English because you have so many visuals and like model everything. And then I just give them like multiple opportunities. So like there was one girl in that class that's ELL, but she had a chance to like tell me the body part, also like show me in 2 different ways. If she couldn't like touch it to something, she showed me on the picture I had. So yeah, I mean, I feel like I tied in the standard pretty well. There's a few things that are a little bit more difficult to see just from watching a video, but
but I thought it was a great lesson where they all got to know their body parts in different ways. So I thought that was a really helpful way for them to learn.
Yeah, I was surprised at the feedback. I was able to like assess every kid, which was nice. And just
wow, that's great.
On each one,
that's good though. Yeah, that's good though. There you go.
All right. Let me see. Stop this.
You just stop the whole thing.
I'm trying to figure that out.
No, that doesn't matter. I'm gonna come Wednesday morning. By the way.
Okay. Wednesday. Okay. Yeah, I'll do my lesson. You can either come at 11:15 or 12:30.
You don't have that morning one anymore?
Oh, you can. Well, that's preschool.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, I haven't looked at what the standard is for this week yet.
Okay.
Can you only come in the morning?
I think so. I can look and ask though of what our PD is. I'll ask tomorrow what it is.
Okay. Yeah, if not, I mean, I'll just video it again.
Yeah.
If you can't make it. I don't know. Yeah, it's tough I could try to do it with preschool. I guess it just depends what the standard is.
Yeah, and then you're going to have to figure that out though.
Yeah,
I'll ask. I mean, they don't really care if I come, but I'll just ask and figure it out what it is. So,
all right.
Well, I'll text you tomorrow and let you know.
Okay. Thanks, mentor.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Doing my job. All right. Bye, guys. Gotta beep.
Okay.